Hello, we are the Villains Demand. I am Evan the Great.
And I'm Smiley.
Today we bring you another episode of Monsters Matter. And today, henchmen, you will learn what a Unigul Dogman is.
Close enough.
Almost there.
Other than being extremely hard to pronounce their name. It does, if you just glance at it, it does throw you off.
Yeah, it's Unigul. Unigul.
Unigul.
Almost got it right.
Yes.
Alright. So, what can you tell us about them?
Well, imagine traveling through tunnels. Going to a darkened forest. You smell smoke close to your home village. The night sky is alight. You think your village is burning, but as you approach, you hear screaming and shouting, cajoling, sneering, yipping, and howling. And that's when you see them. At least 20 strong, treating hyenas like hounds, crowding together villagers to be slaughtered in the square. Fed to their dogs, they propagate more. Today we speak of gnolls.
Yes. Gnolls are...
The G is silent.
It is. And if you act like Evan, you look up Gnoll, and then you're like, this is one page. No,
you looked up Ghoul.
Yeah, Ghoul. My
you
bad.
looked up Ghoul.
Can't even say it right. That's how bad this started out this morning. But Gnolls in general, they are super badass. For one, they're feral. They love to attack settlements, the frontiers and borderlands and farms, and they don't make shit. They devour, chaos,
well, they do make
destroy.
Shit
well, they make
out
it
of what they kill.
Yeah, make it out of what they kill. So
he's like, oh, I ripped my clothing, stretch a piece of human flesh here.
So if you see them, not only are they going to look fearsome, they're going to look mean. There's a lot of them.
If you're not a decent level and you see a Gnoll, run because there will be more.
They're probably, I'm going to guess they don't smell well neither. Because they could sew on ears, teeth, whatever they want to on their leather armor.
They're covered in blood and gore and offal.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
They come from scavengers.
There we go. So they're scavengers. They come from scavengers? They're scavengers themselves, right?
The hyenas are a scavenger beast.
The hyena is a pet of theirs that they use it to hunt and feed and also to make more terror.
To a Gnoll, a hyena is the equivalent of a war dog.
There you go.
Or a hound.
Gnolls in general have a demonic origin. The origin of the Gnolls traces back to the time when the demon lord Unigul found his way onto the material plane. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Found his way?
Well, yeah.
Unigul is the demon prince of savagery and mindless destruction. He's right up there for me. My personal favorite is Baphomet, though, which is actually his rival. Because they're both bestial.
Yeah.
But Unigul wants to see the world, has a rotted, destroyed, empty vision that he wants to see the prime material plane to come to fruition in. He wants to see the world as a wasteland, barren, with no life other than rotting corpses left over from his last rampage. And when he kills a creature, his hounds, his hyenas will feast on them, and that's where the first Gnolls came from. His kills are imbued with his demonic taint and transfers it over to whatever eats it, specifically the hyenas. That creates these humanoid visages of him. Each hyena is made in his image, which they're one of the few creatures that are directly made like that, and it's something that I enjoy. I think the elves are something similar, where they're droplets of a god's blood.
Yeah.
But,
oh man.
But what the things that the hyenas worship Unigul as a god, and honestly, rightfully so. He made them.
Yeah.
So they pick up that. So they themselves act like a little more than demons.
Okay.
They're savage. They don't need reasons to attack people. They do it because that is their purpose in life: is to destroy, rampage, devour. The Volos god, the chapter element, knows the insatiable hunger.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I was getting into next. How dangerous Gnolls are, like we talked about. If you're a lower level adventuring party, you as a person know that you shouldn't follow a Gnoll, but your character, hopefully you're come from a region where they know, yeah, we probably shouldn't track down that hyena and Gnoll we saw because, like he said, they hunt in packs. They come from the wilderness. They slaughter anything along the lines. They leave very little behind. They live for destruction, which is chaotic evil. Their alignment to the max. Chaos. And the Gnolls just have a thirst for blood, like he said.
Yes.
Talked about the hyenas. They feed all their dead prey to the hyenas, and they eat it up, and that's where they came from. It's like they continuously keep this cycle of destructive madness.
The fangs, which they're kind of like conduits, but without, because those don't have proper priests really. They actually have human cultists that take the role of priests.
Yeah.
Whenever they develop war bands, but like the fangs of Yeenoghu, they're just these special large nose. But they have that spark of Yeenoghu in them that whenever they kill something and their hyenas eat it, they become new Gnolls. One fang with two, a male and female hyena could essentially start an entire war band given enough time.
Man, they're nasty. Just those in general.
I also kind of I jokingly refer to them as the cockroaches of D&D because of that. Them and shadows both have the same thing. Where if you leave them alone, it gets ridiculous.
Yeah, they're there to populate and become mighty war bands that is chaos.
And their whole thing is they'll keep reproducing themselves and devouring and growing to the point where they go from a pack to a war band, but also to the point where they start starving themselves because there's not enough flesh to go around, enough food to devour, and they turn into fighting each other and cannibalism until eventually it's back down to a manageable size. So after a while, they will implode in on themselves.
God, that's nuts.
No, what's nuts that the ones that die to this cannibalism are come back as undead that serve whatever survived.
And speaking of undead, there's also in the Gnoll war band they have other demonic creatures, right?
They have any manner of demons that you see around Yeenoghu, as well as actual undead ghouls, ghast, anything like that. What I mentioned before, you can find Volo's got the witherlings, which they're just the leftover refuse of a cannibalistic frenzy.
Man.
You can literally see Vrox, Chasmes, maul demons, anything that is hungry really will fall in line with a Gnoll.
Wow, that's just so nuts. And on top of that, the Gnolls, they have a war band which has all that stuff in it, and then they're into packs, individual packs. Each Gnoll pack has a pack.
I usually do packs at about a dozen.
Yeah, dozen of them with a Gnoll pack lord. Basically, he's the alpha Gnoll. He rules by might, cunning, and usually when their pack lords are in each pack, from what I've gathered, is when they take weapons and gear and magic items, they have the best of that stuff and they wear it.
Yeah.
To show their dominance. They also have a lot of grotesque scars and battle wounds and piercings, and they like to look more savage than the other ones.
And I will say, when a pack grows too large or several packs come together, they form a war band.
Okay.
And they're either led by a group of pack lords or by a singular Flind.
Yeah.
Where the Flind is the highest challenge rating in the book so far. It's the Volo's got about page 153. But where they have they are the literal embodiment of Yeenoghu's will.
Wow. And these pack lords with their Gnolls and all their items that could be part of a like you said a war band. War band. Couldn't think of the word. And talking in game wise, if you encounter these, they have a special ability which is one of my favorite things I've read today and learned about. I didn't ever think about it like this because I've hardly fought them in 5e so far. In the other editions, I'm sure they have this ability called Rampage. Whenever the Gnoll would basically drop an opponent, it kind of gives them a little thirst for blood and they get to charge and bite somebody else.
Yes, as a bonus action.
That is insane. And then the Pack Lord has a special ability that
he incites Rampage,
yeah,
where he can trigger it. And the Flind has its own, does not access. The Flind is the only one that does not have Rampage, but what he does have is thirst for blood, where if a creature has rampage around him, within 10 feet, that creature may use his bonus action for free bite attacks.
That's a nuts.
Free bite, not free bite.
Most gnolls, they have they're not dumb like a lot of people think. They're cunning and they're smart. They're not the smartest, but they're in battle.
They're all around average intelligence.
And scavenging and rampaging and stealing and all that good stuff. They have a lot of things they can use. Most of them have like a melee weapon, and they usually have a longbow or a spear. Their leader usually has something more.
Other than specific notes, like a lot of their stuff is just basic weaponry bites. The only one that's really special is like the pack horde has it's like rampage.
Yeah.
The flesh gnawer can do what's called a sudden rush. It increases by 60 and does provoke attacks for opportunity. But other than that, there's only really the Flend, which I have not mentioned this to you yet. But that flail that Flend has is literally imbued with the power of Yeenogoo. Wow. Which means it gets 3 attacks, and each attack is made with a different head, has a different effect tag to it. The flail of madness, the flail of pain, the flail of paralysis.
That is nuts. If you haven't noticed by now, if you throw a pack of gnolls at your party, get prepared. They might die. They might literally not make it.
Well, they're easy to manage. They're mostly lower CRs. They're meant to be like swarm creatures.
I'm just saying, like, there's a couple triggers that can go down, and if it goes down that road...
I will say, if you're playing with a Fang against the party, and you have hyenas on the map, hyenas are CR0, which means a lot of times they're ignored. Because how easy they are to kill.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Those hyenas are trained by the Fang. If the Fang drops something, they kill it. They eat it. And then, which means, once a creature hits 0 hit points, those hyenas are going to be moving in to kill them immediately. To become a new Gnoll.
Yeah, and it makes sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it happens, you might be rolling up a new character.
Like, if you're playing the nose true to the nose, they will be merciless like that. And
it's like a merciless bladed, I don't know. It just steamrolls through
it is like one of those things, don't feel bad about it. And hope your players understand, but that's the thing when you're playing like real deep into that. If you're worried that your players will act out because they died to an army of hyenas that they didn't think to take care of at all, then just don't include the hyenas. Just replace them with regular gnolls. That's what they'll be anyways.
It could definitely just grow out of control.
It can be.
It's nuts. And just make sure we didn't forget anything else talking about what all they could do. Just use them, man. When you don't have it to, your party might know where their camp is, and they might sneak up and try to fight them. But if you get the jump,
he kept saying the word might.
Yeah,
but we did that.
Yeah,
we won.
If the gnolls they track the party and they don't know it, they're in trouble.
So was it like legit? One of our games, we found a group of gnolls at level 1 or 2.
It was low level.
But like there's only like 2 or 3 of us playing in the game, and we attacked the party.
Yeah, it wasn't a good idea.
We won though.
We did. They're still running around a whole war bando somewhere, and
I think we killed about 6 of them.
Yeah.
I honestly think we should have died of that encounter. I'm not gonna lie.
So overall, anything else you got to add?
Oh, that's about it, buddy.
Because I know there's a lot. There is a lot.
They are literally both in Monster Manual, Volo's Guide, and Yeenogoo can be found in the Mordecai Sum of Foes or the Out of the Abyss Adventure, which you should be watching here on the Villain's Demand. Yeah, so if you want to get more information, which there's a ton, we could probably do a 3-hour video over this because there's so much information. I could go into the specific dynamics of social structures of nodes.
But anyway, we'll bring you into another ending scenario, and I thought we'd like to call it here at the Villain's Demand. So you wake in the darkness, and you hear screams and howling, hyenas yipping. You roll out of your bed to see glares in your window of fire. As you turn, the city is in flames, screaming of women and children and men. You hear fighting. You jump out, you roll out of your bed, you turn the corner, and as you run out to try to help, you see many hyenas in a circle just feasting on all the dead bodies in the center, with a big, large gnoll standing atop. He carries a bigger weapon than the others, a glaive that glistens with the bloodshed of all his victims. As he yips and yells and howls and points his glaive, you get pulled down out of nowhere. Two of these hyenas grab your feet. As you get struck with a blade, with a spear, you see it stick through your stomach, and you feel the pain as the light starts fading through your eyes. You turn around to see that a couple of gnolls have gathered around you, and one of them has stabbed you with a spear. The hyenas jerk your feet and drag you to the center. You're screaming for your life. You're looking both directions. You don't know what to do. As you see some of your friends, your allies, your companions laying on the ground, getting ate by these hyenas. As you don't know if you have hope or not, as you look up and you see this blade come down towards your head, and that's where you meet your demise. The gnolls feast on your body, and then all the city is burnt to the ground. Everything is taken, however you want to use that word. Everything is gone. The flames have ate everything. The gnolls have ate everything. The hyenas have left nothing but stink and foul. As the city once stood, now it is a city of destruction, a city of nothing. A world that has found out that a war band of gnolls can be a real threat.